today we're going to be abaticiating the neighborhood of 19th of July, and also in San Mateo we will be having the people them that come with the Naval, and also the guys, the boys that work with the institution. Then we'll be fumigating San Mateo today. We have the Clinica Mobile, that is the big truck we got in front of the CLIs this morning from Saturday. We will be working with odontology and also making ultrasonidos. We have different kind of ultrasonido making. We have the abdominal, obstetric, and whatsoever the doctor will need him see you need, then he will be making the order and send you either to the health center or to the clinic, to the big care.
Tell me something, this abatization that you talk about, what it consists in? What that for?
The abatization is most for kill the mosquito them, but this is the young mosquito them, for the larvas or the eggs of the mosquito, they doesn't grow up and make the mosquito come out. So that is what we doing right now. We're going house by house, asking the people them to open the door and make the boys them go in and put this the abate to the water, which part we have in water, either for drink or for wash our clothes, or even the peel of them. No matter if we're going using the water every day, this recipient have to get the abate for make the mosquito no come and lay the egg there and make more mosquito come out. That is the part, the most important part, because like with the fumigation, we only kill the big mosquito. That is the mama or well, the big one them. But the abate is who kill the egg them and not make them grow up big.
Okay. So then, the thing is that when they grow big, there's where the problem is. So you have to get rid of them from the first. But what people, I mean, beside that, the workers that visit the house, they have a way how they identify themselves and things like that.
Yeah, they have uniform, and also they have one card with their identification. So remember the guys, them the ETV, or how we call them always, they have the uniform, that is a pale blue uniform. So, and also we have right now the people from the institution, but them not going alone. They always with somebody ETV where we have working with us. So as they reach by somebody's house, they have to identify themselves first, and afterward will ask the permission to get to the house.
And if the people, if they're not sure, they should ask them for the card.
Of course, that is a way how, because last time we had a little problem with a guy that went to San Pedro and San Mateo and get something out of somebody's house there, care one computer, and I don't know what else. But it wasn't from our people. Also, that time we make a letter, we write a letter and send to the different institution and also to the radio station, where we was explaining that this guy wasn't a student, a medical student, nor it wasn't one of our ETV.
Okay.
So yes, that would be good if you as person, if them reach to your house and you not sure, say them working with the Mensa, okay, you just ask them for them identification, so then we'll have to take it out and show you, say, well, them working for us.
Right. I think that it's very important to avoid that what you said just now, because You know, in the country, there had been some terrible cases that people visit houses, especially in the behalf of XY institution, but they visit with another interest, no? Okay, so this abatization, that's how it is, abatization. I understand, okay. When you have, you put that in the well also, eh? In the well, in the tank, in the washing tub, you put them. But the people should take some kind of measurement because, I mean, it happened to me. It happened to me that probably we have a container out there, especially now in the rainy season, and it stay there full of water. You don't do nothing with the water, but it just stay there. What people should do?
Well, actually, what we just always tell the people them to do is, normally you could just take the water, if the container small or maybe one tank, you could take out the water and just wash out the bottom part, and the abate, you have to take it, if in plastic, you just rinse it out, and then you put it back in the water, in the clean water. Because we have to wash out the tank them and the different recipients where we getting water. Because Arna, if the mosquito come and lay the egg there, that going to stay like on the side of the tank.
Yes.
So then there is where after 1 week, the mosquito will be
developing.
Yeah, exactly.
The egg will be developing.
The egg will be developing. So then that is what we have to prevent. So that is why we always tell people them, okay, if you don't have nowhere to put the water, okay, make sure say you wash out, while you're washing, you're using the big tank or the recipient where have more water. So then you can just go in taking out the water little by little until till when you get to wash out the whole recipient.
Yeah. Okay. And how the well, I imagine that in the rainy season is when these when the eggs is in a higher quantity than in other times. Is that true? That's so?
Yeah, that's how it is. Even only one drop of water could make this egg come and develop to a big mosquito. It goes from egg to a larva, and then from larva it turned to a big mosquito. Just so that is what we always tell the people. Okay, it's like 2 weeks. We have this how we develop.
Yeah.
So then that is what we need the people them to understand. It's not that we always want giving them work for do at home, because we always have things to do. But we have to try to work for not make our family get sick. And it's more in this condition when the raining season, when it come down, because even one little bag of boli or tortillita or whatsoever, any little plastic, or maybe the how you call that, the egg, when you broke the egg and you left that
the shell,
of the egg, in the
kitchen outside, yes.
Yeah, you just maybe you go and you put it in one recipient there, and the dog them come and dash away. But that little shell of the egg could make the water stay in that, and that is one criadero we call. So even them little thing where we feel like is nothing, the stopper for the buckle them.
Yeah.
If water come in it, and then the mosquito come and lay the egg there, we got the criadero right there. So all of the those things we have to eliminate from our from this our house or our del patio,
the yard,
our yard. So I think this is a work that all we have It's not only we as Ministry of Health, also the whole
population.
the whole population, the
Everybody
whole
have
Bluefields.
to contribute to that, yes.
So maybe we could see, we could find several people that come, get up in the morning, and the first thing they're doing is raking the yard.
That's
And
true.
that look pretty. When you pass through one of them houses and you say, well, the difference between passing through a clean yard than passing through a dirty yard.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe if all we take and try to do that every day, we will have a clean Bluefields, and we will have less disease in our
We'll have
Bluefields.
it will be healthier.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. When a mosquito bit you, when it bites you, what kind of sickness you could get? What kind of affectation you could get out there?
Well, right now we have the Aedes aegyptis, that is that would cause the dengue,
Mm-hmm.
that could cause the Zika, the chikungunya,
Mm-hmm.
and we also know we got the malaria. The malaria is not more, well, we not got it that frequent here in Bluefield. It's most like in Bluff side and the next municipality. But we still have cases that come from Puerto Cabezas with maybe the man that going out to sea, the seaman them. When them come here with the boat, well, maybe them come, them don't got the virus already. So we had cases already for this year, but we have to always be careful because, well, it's not just the malaria, it's the dengue, it's the Zika. The Zika, when the mosquito come and bite the woman when she's pregnant, that could cause a big problem to the baby.
Yes.
Yes, because
Yes.
the Zika also could make the baby born with a microcephalia. That is like the head, the head of the baby can develop good. So then the baby could have a problem from a born till his whole life. So then we have to be carefully. Some people not like to sleep underneath the bar, but I think that is a very important thing. We have to make our children them or baby them from them small, then get for like the bar.
Yes.
And
yes,
worse,
yes.
more like in May, June, July, when the raining weather, I think is really important.
Yeah. Independently on how hot the night is, but get under the bar because when you get a fever, it's still hotter.
Yeah, because what happened, we have also the at the health center, the Juan Manuel Health Center, we have one unit there for people who have fever or antecedent. If they had fever 24 hours or 48 hours before, then reach to the health center. We left them there and watch them 24 hours more.
Okay.
So if they reach with fever, we're going watching them there every hour, taking them signos vitales, make sure say them drinking the suero oral, and make sure say them they not get worse than what them don't reach. And if they keep on after the 24 hours, if they keep on with the fever, then we take them and send them to the hospital. But we have some people that then reach with fever with a child with fever, and when they're done there, they no one stay. So now that is a big problem for we too, because that is why we always tell the people them, okay, and we need to understand that it's not because we want to have them there, because we want to stay there with the bed them full or whatsoever. Is that we want to check them and make sure so when them go back home, them not go get worse and then finish to the hospital. Because then with this time with the dengue, we never know when the patient could get worse. Because then could reach just with headache, with fever. But after all, with the same fever, then losing a lot of liquid. So them could get
dehydrate. They could
dehydrate, exactly. So then that is what we try to prevent with these 24 hours of observation. That is what we need to prevent with the person, because sometimes, and we had already things that happen, not here in Bluefields, but in our next department, that the person feel better after a certain time before the 24 hours, and then get home, and before they reach home, then drop down.
Oh.
So then they have to take them to the hospital, and when you find out
immediately,
is a dengue, where need to be in the hospital, then start bleeding, then start. So then that is the thing. That is why we want always to have them in observation. It's not because, well, we want to get you there and not sending you home, or maybe sometimes the people then feel bad because they say, I no got fever, I should have been home laying down and watching TV. But well, that is how things is.
Yes, I think that is very important. No, that I always say that anytime you go to the hospital, anytime you go to a health center, anytime you go to a private clinic, no, and the doctor tell you, hey, this is what you have to do. And then, but then that is what you need to do.
Exactly.
Because if you don't follow the instruction that the doctor tell you, that he prescribe, he said, this pills you're going to take it every 2, 3, 4 hours, and you must drink a lot of liquid, you must relax, you must this and that and the other. But then when you go home, you know follow the instruction, and then you come right back. And I think this is very important, no? And what they are trying to do at the health center is to make sure, that's what my guest said just now, that's what Anna Thompson said just now, to make sure that when they left the health center, they left in the best condition. Because you had cases that, they go and they faint away and they have to come right back. And then that is more work. You said earlier that you will be fumigating in this. Where it is?
Mateo.
In San Mateo. In San Mateo. That's the only place you will.
Today.
Yeah. Okay.
The whole day then we'll be fumigating in San Mateo. We're going to try to fumigate. Well, actually, we have to, because we don't have the program already to make the fumigation in the whole Bluefields. This normally we make it in 3 pass, but this time we will be making it the first one. So we come down from Loma Fresca, and now, well, from this morning on, we start in San Mateo today and tomorrow.
Okay. We have somebody on the line that would like to participate in this program. So, your name and please, where you calling from?
Good morning, Mr. Sidney. Good evening. Good morning, Mr. Señorita Thompson. Mr. Sidney, we have a problem here in St. Rose. And if I know boys out through the year like we're doing it right now, they're not going to look out for clean up. We have one big land here to the corner coming down from Pudine before you reach in the entrance where Prof. Mullins live.
Yes.
Bushy, they don't look around on it. You have to voice out for the afterward and come and clean out this. But this bush really high till it's taking over the ending. So I call into the owner that if they could please come and look how for chop down this thing, because this thing is what they use then. Here we have started and they fumigate it, and when are the animals then coming out of the grass? Because they're using it as a basurero, throwing the lot of basura in there because it's an empty land, but it's bushy, you know? So that's my worriness, and whosoever the wrong here is worrying for all of us.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Hello? That is from the Pudines?
Yeah, come right down in the entrance where Prof. Mullins live.
Okay.
To the corner, you will see it right there before we should
Yes.
Store away from Mr. Enrique Perry.
I know it.
Yeah. I tell you that thing, Terra and his
and the owner, who's the owner?
The one I really I don't know I don't remember how the woman name, but had that the one where live selling around in a carrieta, Cynthia. Yeah, that's her data, but she don't have nothing to do with it. She said because if I harm mama, well, when you tell her anything about it.
Yes.
But really, it really worried then, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
and then we feel afraid of snake and big rat used to running out of the and all them things.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, thank
sure.
you.
Thank you very much
Yeah.
for calling. So, Miss Anna Thompson, that is another case. What the Ministry of Health has to do with this specific case, no? There is an open field, an open yard. The bush is high. They're using it to throw away the garbage. And it creating a lot of insect, including the mosquito. And beside that, the lady talk about snake and all kind of big rat, that kind of thing. So what you all have to do with that now?
Well, actually, as Ministry of Health, we will just go and talk to the people then, because we have a program that is with the Higiene y Medio Ambiente. That is them is who take care of these things, them in coordination with the alcaldía.
Correct.
So then I will take the datos them and care to these boy them for make them coordinate with the alcaldía for make them go check this place, because it's not this. I believe it's not only this place. We having that problem almost in the whole Bluefields, because we got people that live out from Bluefields, but then got their house here. They have them piece of land, but they not keep cleaning it. So then that is a big problem, because as how the lady said, no matter if you have your yard clean, if you have your house clean, but if one neighbor never make them fumigate, if one neighbor never make them ganinga, put the avate, then this neighbor could make the rest of people then, because them could have the criadero right in there. So then that could make the whole barrio start infecting with the mosquito. So then this, I believe, well, we will have to carry it and put it on the table and see what we could do with this person.
Yes, I personally
because it could be good. Well, actually, we will first look she, and for make she take with to the person who own this land.
I know the land. I know the land because sometimes when you go down with the car and you want to come out, you back up into that land and you get back on the road. I know the land beside that is in my neighborhood, is Santa Rosa. You know, Santa Rosa is the capital of Bluefields, no? So this is something that we really need to. But you said that it's not only Santa Rosa; it's several other places. So you was talking about fumigating, no? So you will be fumigating in San Mateo.
San Mateo, today and tomorrow. Abatization, yeah. That we.
Is where?
19th of July.
19th of July.
Yeah.
That is today.
Today, yeah.
Okay. And in terms of you know, you have the trench, no? And the water all the time accumulate there in this trench. No? I mean it run, but then you have this pretty slidey material, you know. And what means do in this kind of case? Beside it, you go in the yard and you do the abatization, etc., you fumigate. But this trench, you know, where the water run when it rain, or if sometimes, you know, people throw the water in this trench and the water stay there and settle.
Yeah, well, actually, Alcaldía working with that right now, with the cleaning of the cauce them, and also the puentes them in the different neighborhood. Because, well, is Alcaldía we must check with this, because we can't throw the avate in dirty water, because it no work.
You see,
because this mosquito, the Aedes aegyptis, it could bring a lot of sickness, but it's a clean little mosquito. It doesn't lay the egg, well, the she one doesn't lay the egg in dirty water.
Hey, this is interesting. This Aedes
Aedes
aegypti
aegyptis.
is a delicate mosquito.
Oh yes.
Yes. She don't
Yeah.
like dirty water. She don't
No,
like
no,
dirty
no.
water.
She not like dirty water.
Great. Yeah,
So
tell
then
me.
we can't go and put the abate there because then that will be doing nothing.
A waste.
Exactly. So then is the people then we have to make sure so then wash out all them
The recipient and the
yeah
strength.
and the strength then which part the dirty water go down through because the abate no one do nothing to it.
Okay, no, you see, hey, this thing is interesting, no? No, this little insect, I mean, she not going to put herself in no recipient out there where the water is dirty. Huh? What a delicate little insect, no? And but she does some
Well, yeah,
heavy
she's
damage.
dangerous. Yeah.
Huh? Huh? With all of that delicacy, she is very, very dangerous, and we need to take all the measurement to avoid that little insect so delicate develop. Huh? So it's important to follow these instructions. No? You mentioned a very important aspect of the whole health system, no? The different things that you are doing as institution. You talk about this mobile clinic. What this consists in? I know that it's part of a national thing that you have these big trucks over the whole country, and you said they are here in Bluefields.
Yeah, actually they're here from the beginning of the year or maybe from before because we had it in
So that's
December.
station here.
It go and come, but right now with the situation we have, it couldn't get Fagan because actually we asked for a smallest one, so we could take them in the different neighborhood for attend the people them from the neighbors, so them not have to go to the post center. But maybe several of you all don't see how big this one is, so it can't go in all the different neighborhood. So the only one it could go into is Loma Fresca and 19th of July.
So where it is right now?
Right now it parked in front of the Silais in Tree Cross neighborhood. So there we will be tending from Monday till Wednesday. Thursday, I mean.
Monday to Thursday.
Yeah.
And you said that it is here several months because of the situation. It couldn't go back, but it continue giving service.
Of course, we've been moving all around. We was in the hospital like 2-3 weeks, and tending to the people then from the San Pedro, San Mateo, and those sectors there. Afterward, we went to Loma Fresca. We've been tending there in front of the post center. We got 19th of July already. We got Danilo Ortega, that is like looking San Pancho way. Here is Confran. We got there, and there we had I never know, say we have plenty people there, and we have some little house building there too. We almost then like 400 and something people.
In that
little area.
Settlement.
Yeah.
No. There is a lot, and every day, you know, that is part of the Creole territory, and I think